Hey, what's to YouTube fam? It's your girl CK, and I'm at home vlogging, darling. And today we're going to be talking Ron DeSantis. I want you guys to understand something. I have made many videos on this gentleman, this man, and I've let you guys understand that a lot of the things that he's done is really a thriller to me in its entirety. You know, this man wants to ban African American studies. He wants to remove diversity and inclusion in basically colleges. That's a thriller. He's saying that he does not want that to happen. Oh my gosh. Do you know how many different countries, people, different ethnicities are in the United States? We are a melting pot. And just to hear that he said he wants to remove diversity and inclusion is a thriller. Anyhow, he basically wants to do away with the LGBTQ community. And that is it's just really sad to hear that he just tried to put his own spin on things. And if you're not like him or the people that he follows, he wants to do away with you. Anyhow, today we're going to be talking Ron DeSantis and Guantanamo Bay. Now, a reporter asked him a question recently and he kind of flew off the handles. Number one, I think that he flew off the handles because he wasn't really ready to face those questions. And number two, when you hear that a public official is kind of flying off the handles and not having that control that he's, showing that he has had in the past when it comes to certain issues, there's some type of underlying issue that we definitely need to address. Now, the first thing that I want you guys to understand is what Guantanamo Bay is, because you may be one of those individuals that don't even know what Guantanamo Bay is. And that's probably a good thing because let's face it, who wants to be incarcerated and who wants to be incarcerated at a military prison for something that someone is accusing you of, which they're alleging that is heinous, is egregious. You are on a military base and honey, we're going to get into it. But before we do, I want you guys to understand what Guantanamo Bay is, and we're going to be using Wikipedia for the definition. Now, here it says that Guantanamo Bay Detention Camp, is a United States military prison with Guantanamo Bay Naval Base, also referred to as Gitmo, Now, Gitmo is on the coast of Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. Did you know that? Now, honestly, you probably didn't, but if you didn't, that's okay because there's information that's out here that's going to be provided for you. Now, here it reads on that it says, of the 780 people detained there since January 2002, when the military prison first opened after the September 11 attacks, 741 have been transferred elsewhere, 30 remain there, and 9 have died while in custody. Now, it goes on to say the camp was established by U.S. President George W. Bush administration in 2002 during the War on Terror. Following the September 11th attacks, indefinite detention without trial led the operation of this camp to be considered a major breach of human rights. So when you think about Guantanamo Bay, you must think about a breach because that is what it is. And honey, that is a thriller. It's a terror. Hell, it's dealing with September 11th attacks. Now here, I want you guys to also note that Ron DeSantis is not only alleged, he was working as an attorney at basically Guantanamo Bay at the time, around the time I should say, when September 11 attacks occurred. Now, we're going to go back a little bit and talk about Guantanamo Bay and the question that this reporter allegedly had for Ron DeSantis and see what Yahoo News is saying. Now, in this article, it says specifically that DeSantis, I want to say Donald Trump so bad, but we're not talking him. We're talking Ron DeSantis. Now it says DeSantis loses his cool with a reporter after being challenged over claims he witnessed torture while working at Guantanamo Bay. Now, when we talk about torture, again, when you talk about torture on Guantanamo Bay, that's considered a breach of human rights. But it's not a lot being done when it comes to that breach. It's just allowed to happen. Anyhow, let's just go ahead on with this story. Here it says here that Ron DeSantis clashed with a reporter when questioned about Guantanamo Bay. DeSantis worked as a naval attorney at the base used to detain terror suspects. And here it is. I have been reporting, I am alleging that Ron DeSantis is a horror story. He's a thriller. He is the terror. He's over here saying, remove, and ban African Americans. That to me is a thriller. You know, it's almost like he's having copycat. He's duplicating the behaviors of some of the people that was causing the September 11th attacks. And that is not good. Anyhow, let's go on. It goes on to say that a former detainee claims DeSantis witnessed him being force-fed. It says Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was involved in a Titeki exchange with a reporter after being questioned about whether he witnessed detainees being tortured in Guantanamo Bay. During a press conference in the Museum of Tolerance in West Jerusalem Thursday, DeSantis was questioned about a former detainee's claim that he watched as he was force-fed while working as a naval attorney at the base. Do you honestly believe that's credible? It's 2006. I'm a junior officer. Do you honestly think that they would have remembered me? DeSantis responded angrily. Well, you know what? Now, that right there was BS. Do you think that they would have remembered me? You go through some type of horror story. You go through something where you're being force-fed and you telling me that you won't remember the faces? That's just like a rape victim saying, or him saying if somebody was raped, do you think they're saying I raped them in 2006. Do you think they should remember me? You're not going to remember the person's face, how they made you feel, what they did to you. No, that's bull crap. Or even a hate crime. Let's take rape away from that. I just did a video on Donald Trump and we were talking rape in that. So I use that as an example, but let's talk a hate crime. And a hate crime, if you beat a person up real badly, that person's going to remember that abuse. They're going to remember how you treated them. They're going to remember what you said to them as you hurt them, put them in pain. So yes, that person that was force-fed could have possibly remembered his face all the way back from 2006. Anyhow, you guys are going to have to let me know, how do you think that basically Mr. Ron DeSantis did when responding to this reporter? I think he did poorly. I think he could have answered that question a little bit better. I think that, he should have handled himself a little bit better, especially being that he is the governor. He's allegedly trying to run for president. He was a part of, Guantanamo Bay. He worked on that and he can't answer real questions. That's bullcrap. And I'm calling them out. Anyhow, with that being noted, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and me, basically dissecting this article. I thought it was interesting and I had to share because sharing is caring. Anyhow, peace, love, and happiness, guys. Enjoy this video and comment, like, subscribe. Please keep those notifications on. You need to know when I'm online, okay? We need to stay in contact with each other. And I guess I'll holler at you guys later. Bye, guys.